Hey guys, thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel. I want to show you today one thing. I want to keep it very sweet and short. A tutorial how you can make the soap cigar bands at a very low cost that can look beautiful and actually can help you with budgeting your business and make more money while selling soaps or actually giving this to your friends and family. Now, if you don't feel like you're crafty enough or you don't feel like crafting, and I'll tell you from my experience as a soap maker, I never had a time to actually do it, or it was always a chore to package the soaps because you have so many other things to do. Then I encourage you to visit my eBay store, and I'm going to provide the link in my video, like in the description below. I'm making a lot of these paper strips, and I'm selling them on eBay at really low cost, just to cover the expense of basically making them. This is more of a hobby, it's not a business, but it can help you if you're running a soap making business and you want to sell some soaps. So if you like some of this, and they're not all of them, and I'm sorry for the angle of my camera, I was trying to make them look good, but if you like all of this that you see, then I'll show you how to make these strips. It's actually very easy and it's very cost effective. Let me show you a few other strips. Now if you hear some noise in the background, bear in mind that's my new addition. I got a puppy, so she's making a little bit of noise here and there, but well worth it. Now look how you can make different strips from the same type of materials. Again, I'll show it to you. They are inexpensive to make, but they require some work, okay? So if you're not willing to work or spend some time, then again, you may purchase this from my eBay store and see how that goes for you. There are different types of designs. I'll show it to you in a second how to make it. First, you need to get, let me just put it aside, I'm sorry. First, you need to get the regular page of paper. I would rather say the heavier duty paper, and they have them in all that crafting stores. Let me just give you an example. This is like the regular size page. Then you cut this to measure how wide you want your strip to be, okay? So if you want them to be thinner, you can make more cuts. If you want them to be wider, you can make more cuts. This, and at least in my case, it was always the case, the width of the paper, of the regular paper, was enough to wrap the soap here, okay? And I had like a good chunky soaps, like around between 4.5 to 5 ounces. So unless you're making really gigantic jumbo bars, then I would tell you to maybe cut it this way, vertically rather than horizontally. But other than that, this should be enough. And I'll show you this in a second, how big the strips are. Now once you cut them in the strips, and let me show you a few things. I'm sorry, I'm jumping from one thing to another, but these are the strips I cut already, okay? I have this machine to cut this. If you don't, it's gonna take you some time, okay? You can get the paper trimmer, but it's a headache, okay? So I have this, I bought it a while ago, and I had it for a long time, machine to cut actually paper, and it's more of a commercial grade, but you can buy this paper cutters basically everywhere, but I don't know if you want to spend money or not. Anyway, these are already pre-cut things, like pre-cut strips that I have here, and I'm going to show it to you. Then once you get the strips cut, right, you need to cut from a regular wrapping paper, and you can go anywhere and pick your design, different, like a thinner strips like this, okay? And this is very thin because it's a wrapping paper, so it's a thin paper, thinner strips. And I like to use the paper trimmer, and I'm going to show it to you what I have. This is kind of old-fashioned thing. This is a very old one that I have, but I like using this because this one has the zigzag type of cutting, which is very nice because, let me just show it to you. This, if you look closely, it has a zigzag on it, okay? So that's what I like to do, and you can choose different types of paper if you like. I have many different types that I already pre-cut, but I like to do the zigzag things. You don't have to. It's your choice. If you like to have the straight lines, that's great. Now, then you take the paper that you have. Now, I usually was gluing them to the paper strip from the paper, but I no longer do it. So if you have to make sure that it looks nice, like this would look okay, right? This combination of colors. But if I take, let's say, a brown like this, I don't think you will see the difference. I don't think it will be the kind of like a wasting of the paper, because you're not going to see it. But if you take a look at different colors, it may work very well with different colors, and it also may work very well with your soap types. So let's say if you're making a lavender, maybe a purple paper would work for you. There you go. You see, I like that combination. So let me show you how quickly you can wrap it. This soap is already pre-wrapped with craft paper, and it's mostly because when I do the pictures, I have the soaps pre-wrapped and I just put the paper strips on it. But let me just show you how quickly you can do it. So you can look how much of the, I was telling you about the width and how much of this you can get. And take a look at this. You can get actually a lot. This is a lot of paper that you can have here. You see? Like it's enough. If my bar would be bigger, it would still fit. Okay? I would then glue this. You know what? Let me just do it. Let me look for a glue. Okay. Or maybe I'll tape it, because that's going to be faster for showing purposes. So I would just tape this like this. Normally I would glue it, okay, because it would just look nicer. Let me just do this. Okay, again you can glue it. I'm gonna tape it because I just want to show it to you. If you glue it, it's gonna look nicer. Now, look at this. Now you can further do this by adding some tags. So I have a pre-made tag here that I made myself as well. Let me just glue this as well. I have this double-sided tape. Okay. And take a look at this. Okay, you have a very nice bar of soaps that is nicely wrapped. You could put label here. Nobody can see where the lines were if you're going to put the label at the back. So anyway, that's the short tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it helpful and you will use it. Again, if you can't or don't feel like, it's a lot of work, and if you haven't done this in the past, that means you have to buy a lot of things. It might be just easier for you to purchase this from me or from anyone else. Let me know and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. And again, as usual, feel free to comment. I love the fact that you guys visiting my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.